Hi, my name is Katie Dawson, and I am an aspiring teacher, aspiring economist. I am a junior in college, and today I just wanted to do a little vlog about social media. Now, if you think about social media, it has become such a factor in everybody's life. I mean, think about the beginning of the internet, right? Like, social media kind of had its way with chat rooms and stuff like that, but that's not even to the extent. But then MySpace came along, right? That was the first breakthrough in social media. And I was in middle school when MySpace came out. And of course I had one. I mean, everybody had one. But it also started this kind of judgmental society. Now, society has always been judgmental. I mean, since the dawn of time. But as we all know, with technology and the internet, things move so much more faster and on a more viral scale and with exponential speed. And as fast as you can get information about biology, science, whatever, you can get information about other people really fast now too. And with MySpace, it started off like, you know, you wanted to look perfect on internet, right? Because you wanted people to look at you like this whole new, like, it was basically like a diary that you just put out for the world to see. You had your pictures, your your top 8 and like how cool your profile was on MySpace, and like you wanted to impress other people. And if yours was stupid, people would be like, wow, like that person's stupid, look at how crappy their background is, this song is dumb, like their picture's ugly. Like I remember people would post on my pictures sometimes, like mean people make fun of me for like the pictures I posted. And then Facebook came along, and it was a little different, but like the same kind of aspect. You know, you had statuses. People either liked your statuses or didn't like it. And you had to watch what you said, or people would judge you. And you had the picture aspect too. I mean, the whole profile thing kind of died away, but that was stupid anyway. But anyway, so if you think about social media, like all of it relies on people liking what other people do. And people thrive for that, right? Like you post a status, you're like, I hope I get at least 10 likes on this. Or like you post a picture, like people better say I'm pretty. Or, you know, if not, I'm not cool. So it breeds this whole self-conscious society. And I feel like I kind of have a little bit of insecurity from my social media days. Like right now, it's not that big of a factor as I'm in college, and I don't really care what people think because I'm going to post what I like anyway. And I don't care how many likes I get. I mean, still in the back of my mind, I kind of want likes because everybody wants to be liked, but it's not as big of a deal. But then I think of my little brother, and he's 14, right? He's about to be in high school, and he's not so into social media, but it's kind of a factor, I guess. But there's girls like me that are now, I mean, like, that are in the world today that are 14 now, like I was 14 back then. And they think that they need to live up to this potential, right? Like they think that they need to be liked and they need to have perfect pictures or nobody's going to like them. And like it's just become such a problem, and not to mention, you know, people making others feel bad for what they post and bullying them online. And also information about what people do outside of school and outside of the internet gets posted on the internet, and that gets spread so exponentially fast. I mean, on a viral level we're talking, right? Like if you're in high school, people know what you do like that. Back in my father's day, like if somebody, like, not everybody knew what your business was. I mean, some people did because gossip always has existed, but it's never spread as fast as it does now. And so I think that we have created such an even more judgmental society than we've ever had before, right? Like, I mean, these kids that are in high school are killing themselves because of what people say to them on the internet. Um, and not only are people bullying them at school or talking about them at school, but they're talking about them online too. And it's like, you can't escape it. And what do you tell kids? Not to have a social media account? I mean, like, yeah, maybe, like, to escape the bullying because it's not worth it, but, like, we need to tackle the problem from a different end. Don't just like not let these kids express themselves on the internet. We need to tackle the people that are being rude and judging so hardcore on the internet. And it's up to people like me that are going into teaching careers and people already in teaching careers, and just, I mean, people in general that are older and wiser need to look at these kids and realize that, like, maybe they're not very happy with how people are being treated on the internet and stuff. And no child should think that they need to take their lives because of what people are saying about them. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know, like, I thought that my life sucked back then because I was bullied every day and, like, talked about, and everybody knew my business and whatever. And I thought that, like, it was always going to be that way. But now, like, I don't care. Like, people don't really care what I do, and they don't gossip about me, and I keep to myself. And we need to realize that we need to let these kids know that they need to see that it's not always going to be like this. It's going to get better. And we need to help them through it. And we need to tackle these bullies. And we need to step up and take a stand. I mean, we've created the social media. And while it's so great because you have all these connections and you can talk to so many people from so many different places. Like, it has its good parts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying ban social media because I would never say that. But we need to work together and help out these children because they're our future. And if we're breeding this whole self-conscious society, it's just going to get worse. And it's just going to be this never-ending cycle. And we need to show kids their self-worth because there's so much more than a like on Instagram. So much more than 20 likes on the Facebook status. I mean, they're our future. And I don't want any kid to feel how I felt back in high school, you know. I mean, absolutely miserable. I mean, depressed because of what people were saying. And then I would go to school and I'd be even more miserable because then you'd see these people talking about you in person, not just behind a keyboard. And I mean, I just had a minor case. I mean, I can't even imagine going through an even more severe case. And there's kids that are and taking their lives. And it's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. And we need to take a stand. And I think that if we band together and, you know, help out these kids and be their mentors and be their guiders and guide them through this life and, like, oh, this crazy stuff, man, but on a real note, like, we really do need to band together and stop this whole self-conscious garbage. Everybody's fucking awesome, and excuse me, but I'm just so passionate about everybody. I think everybody has such great qualities and so much purpose to add to this world, and I don't want to see that taken away because of judging. Just live and let be and let live, right? Whatever. All right, that's all I have to say. Okay, bye.